Hi, my name is Maarten. I am a cinematographer and drone pilot based in the Netherlands, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel I talk about my work, basically. What I found is that I have gained quite some knowledge from watching other YouTubers talk about their work, and I thought, you know what, in between projects I have some time sometimes to share a thing or two about the things I encounter. So before anything else, let's talk about my camera rig. This is my main camera, the RED V-Raptor. I am very pleased with it. It has served me very well. I came from a RED Scarlet W, which is the DSMC2 generation. Most of you might know this is the DSMC3 generation, so the latest one. And recently they've announced a new RED V-Raptor, which has a global sensor. This one is the older one, the rolling shutter version. But I have to say the rolling shutter in this camera is quite fast. So personally I don't really miss not having a global shutter. This camera has been my main workhorse for the last 2 years, and what I really enjoy about it is the full frame sensor size, as well as having 8K resolution. I remember thinking about this because I came from a 5K sensor, which was nice, but every now and then I needed to deliver in 4K, and then that left me with not too much cropping options. 8K, even when delivering in 4K, you have plenty cropping options, and that is just really convenient. Also, when you need to grab stills from your footage, they're just very high resolution images, so that can be done quite well, provided there's not too much motion blur in your footage. Anyway, let me run through the rig. I have a Zeiss Milvus set lenses. These lenses you don't see a lot on YouTube, funnily enough, because they've been around for quite a while. They're actually photo lenses, and they're manual photo lenses. So there's only a manual focus lens. There's no autofocus. No problem for me. I added these Tilta follow focus gears. They're really convenient because they are rubber and they're just ever so slightly flexible. So you buy them in the correct size for your lens, and then you wiggle them on there, and they're really solid. Before this, I used to 3D print my gears, and this one is, for instance, 3D printed, which is fine, but you need a really solid grip, and depending on the material used, they can loosen a little bit over time, and I don't know, they are more prone to damages. So the rubber Tilta focus gears are really a nice solution in my opinion. Now about the lenses, the Zeiss Milvus lenses, they are similar to the Zeiss CP3 cinema lenses in terms of image quality. But they're of course way cheaper because they are photo lenses, which means that they do have a bit of focus breathing, and they are not all the same in size and weight. So that is sometimes an issue when you're working with gimbals or when you want to change lenses and the sizes are of importance. Then it's a bit inconvenient. But for the price, I have to say these lenses are really fantastic. They give a really sharp, nice micro contrast that Zeiss is known for, and they are weather sealed, work on full frame. So all in all, I personally really enjoy shooting on these lenses. Yeah, not much more to say about that, I have to say. To mount these lenses to my RED, of course the V-Raptor has an RF mount, and these lenses are EF, so you need an adapter, and Canon makes this really great drop-in filter adapter. Now the adapter itself is great, but what's not so great is their variable ND. So what I have is this breakthrough variable ND filter. Let me get that in focus. and this one is really solid. It's made out of metal, and there's slight resistance on the wheel here, so that's fantastic. But the best thing about it is that this doesn't have a lot of color shift when you ND up or down, whereas the Canon one has a really bad color shift. So if you go for this adapter, then I definitely recommend also purchasing the breakthrough for variable ND filter. What's more, there is a CoreSWX V-Lock battery on the back. I've used CoreSWX for quite some time. I really enjoy their build quality, and they've always served me well. The thing with V-Locks on this camera is that you need nano or micro batteries, because the plate here doesn't allow for conventional batteries. A bit inconvenient. You could use an adapter plate, but then again, I don't like adding unnecessary things to my rig, so I just got rid of all the bigger V-Locks that I used to have and got nano batteries. Also, you need batteries that have their the mounts on the top, or the connections, because if they're on the side, then of course you can't really connect anything to it. Now, as for the connections, I have a D-tap and a USB port on the top, and I need the D-tap because what I'm using is a SmallHD Cine7 monitor instead of the RED DSMC3 monitor, which is also made by SmallHD, by the way. The reason I am using this monitor is that it has a bit more brightness, and it allows me to connect different things to it. So it has, let me see if I can get that visible here, but anyway, you might just have to believe me. It's a bit dark down there. Anyway, it has SDI and it has HDMI ports. So I can also use this monitor as for different purposes. For instance, when I'm hiring a different camera for a specific task. Also, the bit of extra brightness really comes in handy when you're shooting in bright daylight. So I really enjoy this this monitor. It's been great to me. I also already had it, so I didn't really feel like spending extra money on a new monitor when my older one, this one, was already well, sufficient, and maybe even a bit better than the DSMC3 monitor. The only thing, of course, is that now I have to power it, and I need to feed it with a connection. So I do have these two cables running here. Now, I had these made to length so that they're not in the way too much. And actually, I have to say, they don't really get in my way. It's I've become accustomed to it, and they don't really deliver a problem. The DSMC3 monitor is a bit more neat, but this gives me all the benefits that I just spoke about. What I've added is this Komodo outrigger handle. It's made for the Komodo, but it also fits on the V-Raptor. It's really convenient. I have changed the rubber grip for a Global Dynamics United wooden walnut grip, which is fantastic. The rubber grip tended to get a bit slippy when it got warm, and this one just keeps its grip, and it's also really nice when it's colder. It's nice to grip wood, I have to say. Also, on the top you can see a Vocas top plate. This gives you extra mounting holes, especially when mounting stuff to, for instance, a camera, for instance, a car or whatever. I don't like to mount it directly into the body, so this way I have sufficient mounting holes to mount stuff securely, and it also has this nice rail system to add a decent size top handle, which is really great for for handling the camera. That would be about it about my camera rig. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will respond, or maybe make a new video to go into more detail. And yeah, furthermore, what's there to say? I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.